I came to Carver. I've been to Carver now almost going on 3 years. And my experience in the music industry is I'm a Berklee College of Music graduate. Dr. Pryor and I actually are classmates. We went to Berklee College of Music at the same time. He had told me years before the school opened that there would be a possibility of a music technology program. And once I had the opportunity to actually be able to work with youth, I decided to come on and
We all came together at school because my best friend, he plays trombone, and my other best friend, he plays trumpet. So we decided to find us a keyboard, a drummer, and another trumpet so we could have that jazz sound. So we all came together. We all picked out some songs that we would love to work on. And it's more old school songs because there's not that many songs out there that's like new and hip that have a brass section in it. So we decided to take it back old school because that's where like the Cool and the Gangs and everything, that's where those come from back in the day. And so when I'm playing bass, I have to feel the drums and I have to feel everybody else because I'm basically grooving to keep everybody else on tempo. And for me to groove with them, they gotta listen to me and I gotta listen to them. And I gotta have like my own, I gotta have the tempo of the song locked in my head so that they will stay on tempo and I will stay on tempo as well.
We made this band about this year with people who know how to play. You just gotta be calm and patient. Music in general just puts you in that mood where you just wanna go to another place.
I've been playing drums since I was about 3 or 4 years old. My memory on it is a little cloudy, but as I got older, I got much more experience. My skill level started to increase. I've learned a lot from it. Being the fact that my father is a musician, and he's very interactive in the music industry. He taught me a lot of things, and he's in my life constantly. So while growing up, I watched him, my brother, a lot of people in my family do a lot of music-related things, and drums always has come naturally to me. Drums was kind of sort of an output for me, if you will. It came easy. It was a lot of fun, and it was just something that I knew that I could count on it. It would never let me down. And with that being said, I would get a lot of instruments from my parents to play around the house. But there was a certain age, when I got about 10, I kind of thought I was the best drummer in the world. So I wanted to test my skills. So I started to record myself using my dad's equipment, my brother's equipment, and using the church equipment. And I came up to my pastor one day, and I asked him, could I play on the drums? Now, usually in my church, they're very strict about their instruments. So I asked him, and he said, "Yeah, sure, why not?" Being the fact that I'm a little girl, he just wanted to see what I could do. So I got on, and he played a tune. I was like, I don't know how to play that. It's a little fast for me. I'm just used to playing whatever on the radio or whatever my dad wants me to play. So he plays a tune, and I go along with it. And it's like the more he continues, the better I get into my groove, and I start fiddling around and learning different things, because it's not about having a set technique. Although drumming is time and technique, it's not about having a set technique. Music is, for me, just going with the flow, going with whatever you feel like going with. Whatever the mood takes you with, that's what you go with.
Well, they were looking for a guitar player, and they couldn't find anybody to play guitar. So they just needed someone to play. So I told everybody I could play guitar, and they were like, well, I don't think you can play guitar. And I was like, I promise you, I'm really good. And they were like, well, I don't know. So they had an amplifier, and I plugged it up to them. I played a couple songs, and they were like, yeah, that's it. So I just spent my whole summer on playing guitar and learning lessons from my dad. And I got better and better. And I'm still working on getting better every day, practicing my scales and everything. So that's how I started playing guitar. Well, me playing old music as a musician, it was kind of hard for the band to adjust it at playing old school music at first. But they ended up starting liking it after we played about a couple songs, because there's not too many songs nowadays that have horns, keyboard, guitar, and bass in it that have that they had back then. So we just started learning old school songs, and I felt good about it because that's what I grew up around. So, but everybody else, they kind of didn't like it at first, but they adjusted to it.
So I'm going to ask you guys just a few questions. What do you think the School of Arts, what do you think arts can bring to academia itself? What can arts do just for education? Anybody?
Like reading music.
Okay, and help me read music. And what can we associate reading music with? Which core class? And somebody right here to Terrace. What'd you say? Okay. Which core class? Math. And why math?
Because you have to know the rhythms and the counts of the beat.
Know the rhythms, know the counts. Murray, did you have something different? Okay. Anybody on this side? Half notes, quarter notes, 16th notes, spatial learning, right? Okay, that's one thing for a core. Okay, since we also producers and songwriters, which core class does songwriting relate to? What is it? Language arts. And what are some of the things we use in songwriting that we use in language arts? Donna?
Metaphors.
Metaphors and similes. And the one that people never get is hyperboles, all right? All right, so we use all these things in our songwriting. What about themes? What do we use themes in? Like we're writing something as far as our themes.
Oh, basically a theme is an idea that connects everything that you put together in the song together.
And me, I have fallen so in love with you. Please don't leave. Stay around. Let me tell you all the things I feel. Won't you please? Let me be your angel. Let me be the one for you. Let me be your angel. Let me be the one you believe in.
Talent, which is dancing, and I love dancing very much, a lot. And when I dance, and then when we put the beat on, it's like I want to show you that, like I'm the beat. Like whatever you hear, that's what move I do. Like I like to try to become one with the music and really bring the beats and everything that you hear like out through my body, and like you see the music, which is me. So when I dance, it feels, it's like I'm the song, like, but in a different way, a form. Like I dance the beat out for you. There's many dancers that inspired me to do what I do, which is dance. Like one big example is Michael Jackson, the Les Twins, Usher, the Jabberwockies. There's one thing about Michael Jackson though I would like to say is when I first saw him, like when I was little, like I didn't know how to dance or do nothing, but I remember one video I saw of him, which was Smooth Criminal, and then when he did all those moves and that sliding on the floor, and he was so smooth with it, and I was like, whoa. And as a little kid, I would like watch Michael Jackson every day, and I was like, I'm gonna learn how to do that. So it basically started off with me just trying to learn one step, and try to master that, and next thing you know, I lead on to moving on. Like I lead on to like doing other moves, and the more I watch them, the more I start to dance like them, and the more I start getting better at my dancing. So.
D7. Play that sequence you played. Suspended 7, don't go anywhere. D. 1, 2, ready, and play, and... Okay, good. Now let's do the sequence 3 times just like y'all did, and then we're going to go to that E suspended 7 and release it, all right? So the A minor first. 1, 2, ready, and play, and... time. E suspended 7. 3, 4, release. Let's repeat it one more time.
Yeah, playing guitar makes me feel like I have a place to go to when I'm stressed out. It gives me a certain peace, a certain harmony every time I play a note. And I've been playing guitar for about 1.5 years now. And every time I improve, it just gives me a certain pride. It makes me feel like I can actually do something, that no matter what comes my way, no matter how hard life is, I can get through it.
School of the Arts is it's a small school. So it actually gives us the opportunity to build relationships with kids, and the classes are just right where we can do more than just teach kids music. We can actually build a relationship with them and help them move on as far as college and be successful with their careers. Understand that there's more to music than just making beats. And what we try to do in our program, we say anybody can make beats, but we make music. And so we just want to expose them and have them stretch a little bit to go beyond just doing simple beats of music, and then to go, you know what, I can go to college and I can study this, you know. I can be a musical engineer behind the scenes. I can do production work behind the scenes. And we let them know that everyone does not necessarily have to be a star. You know, there's a lot of ways and a lot of rewards in technology where people actually can be very, very lucrative and have a very successful career without being out front all the time. So, and that's one of the rewards of the program also.